Denise Kielholtz is 36. Antonia Silvaneide is 33. The Brazilian a little bit taller. You can see she did miss the weight limit, but the fight goes ahead. Kielholtz with a 3-inch reach advantage. Silvaneide's in the green. Denise Kielholtz in the dark gray. Sean O'Connell, Dan Hardy, and for the next couple of bouts, Dakota Ditcheva on the commentary team. Dakota, when you see somebody miss weight, what does it mean about their camp? What does it mean about this matchup?
I mean, with it being a last-minute fight, I don't know whether she's took it too serious, but she needs to with Denise because she's a very high-level MMA athlete, so we'll see.
Snap kick to the face, first thing in this fight from Denise Kielholtz.
She must have been watching me.
Yeah, Antonia Silvaneide, she actually drifts between weight classes. She's quite happy at strawweight or at flyweight, but you'll notice when she gets going, her aggression, it really doesn't kind of matter what weight class she's in when she starts moving forward. She can be a real steamroller. Looks like she wants to hold the center here as well and try and draw Denise into a real firefight. Denise trying to get a read on her. As I was saying to you guys, Denise was on commentary for Antonia's last fight on levels, so she's had a chance to sit cage side for almost 5 rounds and watch her, see what she does, see what her tendencies are. That was a nice inside low kick there that buckled the lead leg of Antonia.
The nickname of Silvaneide in Portuguese means little hammer, and her style, once she gets going, will reflect why she's called that. Kielholtz switching up to bring that left leg.
Still stalking forward. I like that low kick though that Denise is investing in. And she's keeping just enough space between her, so Silvaneide has to keep stepping forward.
Denise has always been a counter striker as well, so the fact that she's not getting anything from this girl is obviously proving a little bit difficult right now.
Oh, that was beautiful right hand, snuck through the guard. Push kick to the midsection, forces Kielholtz back. Dakota, what are you seeing from both of these fighters? The measuring out process taking a little longer than I anticipated here.
Yeah, definitely. But like I said, Denise has always been a really patient fighter. I think she's trying to draw her out a little bit, but I just think she needs to throw a few more fakes to get it going.
I think perhaps she was expecting Silvaneide to be a little bit more aggressive than she is, and it might be due to the late notice nature of the fight, the weight cut, but Antonia Silvaneide is taking her time here. Good jab to the body by Denise.
Dakota, as you're facing a long layoff here, I mean, for Denise, it's been a couple years since she's been in competition. During that break, she became a mother. At some point, you're going to have to jump back into active competition. Do you think that's affecting her here?
Possibly, yeah. You know, I felt that in my last fight last year. You know, it can sometimes take its toll on you, but I'm sure it'll only take her around to get going. A little bit of advice from a corner, and she could possibly come out a bit stronger next round.
Punch to the body for Kielholtz.
Yeah, left hook to the body. I like those low kicks. I could see her investing a bit more in them, though, and then trying to draw Silvaneide to step forward and to counter shots. It certainly seems like she's got a higher level of fight IQ when it comes to footwork and cage control, because Silvaneide currently is kind of following her in a circle.
Jab snaps the head back. Now Silvaneide comes forward a bit. Under a minute here in round number 1.
Goed zo, en dan je harde linkshoek en dan die rechtse directe. Ja,
A couple of times, Silvaneide's gone for that right hand over the top. Looks like she's trying to counter the low kicks with it. Big swiping hook as well.
Dakota, give me your read. What you want to see a little bit more activity? What are you throwing if you're Denise Kielholtz or if you're Antonia Silvaneide here?
I think Denise is waiting too much for her to throw. She needs to draw it out a lot more. You know, she's catching her with that hook, but it's just not enough. She needs to throw 2s and 3s.
Round 2 set here. Antonia Silvaneide in the green trunks. We'll see if the activity level ratchets up for her. Denise Kielholtz kind of led the dance in round 1, but Dakota, you anticipated that the corner would maybe give her some advice to throw more in combination to draw things out. Will we see that in round 2?
Let's find out.
I love that low kick. I love how she's setting it up with that lead hand as well. Give Silvaneide something to think about and then chop with the low kick behind it. Inside as well.
She's switching stances a lot more now.
Do you think there's a reason for that? Sometimes you see people switching stances to use their power lead leg more.
I think maybe just using it as a little bit of a fake. Like I said, she needs to throw something before to draw it out, or she needs to move. You know, she needs to fake a lot more. And I think switching the stance sometimes confuses people a little bit.
Oh, interesting.
Nice.
Chopping right hand at the end of that combination for Antonia Silvaneide.
She's actually been a lot more cautious than I was expecting Silvaneide to be. In her previous fight, she's got that kind of Jessica Andrade aggression where she crashes forward. Oh, that was a good right hand over the top.
Part of the reason why I asked the question about the missed weight, because a bad weight cut can sometimes affect your mentality significantly, especially if you're someone who relies on work rate and aggression and activity like Antonia Silvaneide.
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, her last fight was 5 rounds, though. You know what I mean? She did fight hard into the championship rounds and get the finish.
She isn't looking too tired, but again, she's not throwing too much volume, so that could be the game plan for her right now, just to catch with something big.
Could be trying to get Denise to commit a little bit too much so she can counter. Interesting that she caught that kick earlier than that Denise threw. Caught the body kick, tried to run her down with it. That's a great jab by Denise. Lovely head movement and well. Slip counter with the lead hook, inside low kick. Switches stance, drifts back to orthodox and southpaw again. A lot of stance switching.
So far, it hasn't been necessarily activity that draws out the aggression from Silvaneide, but it's when Denise Kielholtz lands clean. You hurt her a little bit, she's going to come hard after you. Big swing and a miss there for Kielholtz.
Big winging right hand. See, this is where footwork comes into play, because Silvaneide's not doing anything to control her opponent against the fence. So whenever she throws that big right hand, there's nothing to keep her trapped against. Obviously, one of Dakota's specialties is to put people up against the fence where they have to deal with that body shot that she throws. You know, taking control of the space is such a big thing. Do you see this a lot when you're watching fights, Dakota? You're looking for how people are controlling the space.
100%. It's one of the things that my mum taught me from very early on in my career, not to follow. You were wasting so much energy and so much time in the cage following them around. You have to cut them off. It can be hard sometimes. In a ring, when I was doing Thai boxing, it's a lot easier to cut the corners. Some people find it difficult in MMA.
Oh, that was a good right hand.
Kielholtz comes back with the jab. Silvaneide throwing harder now in round 2. Less than 2 minutes left. Low kick again from Kielholtz. There's another body shot. We've seen it just a couple times here in this bout so far, Dakota. You love the body shots.
Yeah.
Tell me about your strategy. You invest in those early and it pays off.
For sure, I'd like to see her throw that a little bit more. It could, you know, give her a lot of success. I feel like maybe should have been the game plan as well with a missing weight. You know, I would be going for the body. That's the thing that I would be hitting the most at the moment.
I mean, she's like Denise is ruling the footwork here because she's able to move however she wants. Like if we look at this from the camera above the cage, you're going to see Silvaneide is moving in a little circle over and over again. It's so difficult to control and set your opponents up. You kind of just have to throw and hope that they're going to be on the end of your shots if you're not trapping them. And it is very different in a cage compared to a ring, as you said, Dakota. But then you look at some people who are experts. I mean, Conor McGregor, an expert at cutting the cage down and forcing people to deal with his left hand. You know, there's lots of different ways to cut the cage down. But this, you've got to be aware of it. And it's almost, if you're not aware of it, it's like a hidden technology.
Another power shot there from Silvaneide, landed behind the ear for Denise Kielholtz, but she shrugs it off. And now they'll swing away with seconds remaining in round 2. Spinning attack to finish from Kielholtz. Third frame is next. If you're coaching, what do you say to either fighter? We'll start with Denise.
Well, I'd say second phase, you know, pop that jab out and then go again, or make a miss and go again. She's just not got that second phase in her at the moment. It's everything is singles, so that's probably what I'd tell her to do.
And Antonia Silvaneide probably finding herself down 2 rounds on the scorecard. What would your advice be for her?
Back her up on the cage, not letting her circle for sure. Just let it go a little bit. We could possibly see that now in this last round.
5 minutes left. Maybe the concern about cardio sustainability goes away a little bit, Dan.
I don't think it matters at this point. I think they've managed their pace so well through these 2 rounds that now it's time for Silvaneide to do something. She's really got to put her foot on the gas here, because for me, Kielholtz is going to cruise this another 4.5 minutes and keep picking at her and landing these shots. And she's doubling up, you can see. It's a jab to an inside low kick, and then she'll pick her off with a couple more shots. Whereas everything from Silvaneide is a single big shot like that right hand over the top. It's not like they're not effective, but almost always the first shot's not going to do the damage. It's going to be the follow-ups. And this is where Denise is having success with the inside low kick, because it's a second attack.
Back to the jab goes Kielholtz. Slips one. Good movement though from Silvaneide.
That's a good jab from Silvaneide there. She followed up with the right hand, but feels like the low kick offset her a little.
It's interesting to see that Kielholtz is just allowing Silvaneide to take the center. She's not trying to fight her for that.
She's kind of not doing anything with the center though, is she? Do you know what I mean? It's like holding the center makes you seem like a bully, whereas I don't really feel like Silvaneide's doing anything to bully her opponent. It's almost like she's been told to own the PFL logo and just stay there. I'm even surprised that Denise has not tried to use the cage a little bit more. Even if it's just to cut her down and control her. It feels like Denise can move her around the cage however she wants. I like that inside low kick.
More power shots from Silvaneide. And one thing that we find in this weight class, and Dakota, you know this better than we do, even power shots, sometimes they don't have a massive effect. Now, you seem to find a way to generate a ton of power even at 125 pounds. Is that natural? Or are you doing something in particular, whether it's your connection to the floor, the rotation on kicks and punches? How do you generate such vicious power?
First of all, I'd say it's probably my mum's genes, because she's the same. But yeah, I think your fundamentals, my mum, very good coach. Fundamentals in boxing, you know, planting your feet into the ground has always been something that she's focused on. And I think going on the back foot and trying to hit with power is very difficult. You've got to be able to plant your feet, and it's not always easy when you're on the back foot. So that could possibly be why Denise isn't finding that power right now.
Good hook there from Denise Kielholtz. Now a little trickle of blood from the left nostril.
See a bit of swelling from around the eye of Denise Kielholtz as well, from a couple of those big right hands that have landed from Silvaneide. There it is again. But you can see how there's nothing to stop Denise moving away from those shots.
Inside leg kick again. Push to the body from Silvaneide.
Good feint by Denise there. Switches her stance, but was interrupted by the jab of Silvaneide. I like that left hook to the body. She's used that twice this round now. Not setting anything up with it though. She's really reaching for it, which could be dangerous.
Good jab again. Coming up on 1 minute left. Overhand right landed for Silvaneide.
Overhand big.
Finding more success with it in the third round, I think, than any other. Kielholtz missed to the body.
45 seconds to go. Oh, that was nice work by Denise. Step back, missed the Superman punch, back, jab cross counter. Denise trying to pop her with that cross again. I like the discipline of Denise's game.
Here in the third, good right hand.
Yeah, clear speed advantage here for Kielholtz, even in the last round.
Going away to this final bell. That's what the fans at Coca-Cola Arena came for.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for PFL Road to Dubai, it's time to make the results official for this women's flyweight. All three judges have scored the fight for the winner by unanimous decision. In the red corner, Denise Kielholtz.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Francis Ngannou. Subscribe now.